Hello friends, I'm Neshik and today in this video I'll teach you how to create a social Q&A questions and answers website like Stack Overflow, Quora and Yahoo Answers with WordPress. Now first of all, this is the website that we'll be creating in this video. If I scroll down, as you can see, this is the website. Now if you see the layout of this website, at top we have our header. At the left hand side you have your logo. Obviously instead of this, if you want you can replace it and enter your own logo. Then in the middle we have this menu. We'll talk about all these different pages. In fact, I'll show you how to create these pages as well. I want to show you everything. So how to create this website, how to create extra pages, how to create blog post, everything is included in this tutorial. Then we have this search bar. So as you can see, this is an Ajax search bar, a live search bar. So whenever you add any keyword over here, you will see all the live results. So here, if you want, you can click on that thing and you can see that question. So just like that, you can post in some more questions as well. We also have this option that people can upload their own avatar, they can upload their own profile picture. And under this, as you can see, we have so many different amazing features, like we have the group feature, referral feature, private messaging feature, pending questions feature, and also points feature. Let me explain you about all these features. Now before that, if you see, we also have the bell icon. If you click on that thing, you will see you will get all the different notifications. Then we have the content layout. In the content layout, as you can see at the left hand side, we have these important links and I have added these different icons with these lists. Then at the right hand side we have some important widgets over here. So as you can see, ask a question widget, some statistics, some popular questions, recent activities, top members, trending tags, all these different widgets. Now obviously if you don't want these two widgets, these two sidebars, you can have only the content in the middle. If you want maybe only the left sidebar or only the right sidebar, you can have that layout as well. And if you want to change these widgets, so suppose if you don't want these widgets or if you don't like the layout of these widgets, you can change them as well. Now if somebody wants to post a question on your website, they can simply click on this thing, what's your question? They will see this pop-up, if they want, they can also click on this button, ask a question. They will see the same pop-up. Now they can enter the question title. Basically they can enter the title of the question, then they can select some category related to this question. They can add some tag, and if this is a poll, if they want to create a poll, they can create a poll as well. You can tick mark this thing and as you can see, you can have this poll. Now if you want, you can do one thing, you can create different packages. You can have simple type of question for everyone, but if somebody wants to post a poll, you can create a package for that, and so people will have to purchase that package to post a poll. So you have these options as well. Then they can add the question in detail, and after that they have some more options. They can ask anonymously, they can add a video to describe the problem. All these options are given to you. Now let me show you how a single question page will look like and how you can answer that question. Now before that, if you see, we have this layout and it has all the important options that you can have. So for example, if somebody wants to upvote this question, they can click on this thing, they can upvote it, they can downvote it. Now because this is my question, it says sorry, you cannot upvote your own question. So this feature is available. Now if you hover over any user, you can see about the name of the user. You can see how many questions this user has posted, how many answers this user has answered, how many points this user has. So we have the points option as well. Here as you can see, besides this username, it says enlightened. And if you see this another username, John Doe, besides this thing, it says explainer. Now let me explain you about these things. So if you click on badges from the left hand side, here as you can see, we have created different badges. So if you get more than 250 points, you will be enlightened. So you will get this enlightened badge. If you get maybe more than 150 points and less than 200 points, you will get the explainer badge. So as you can see, this person has this explainer badge, and my badge is this enlightened badge because as you can see, I have 1000 points. So you can give points for different things. So here as you can see, when you sign up on this website, you automatically get 20 points. When you refer a new user for the paid membership, you get 20 points. For referring a new user, 10 points. For answering questions, some points. All these points options are given. Now you can run different Google AdSense throughout the website. I'll explain you about that thing. Or you can do one more thing. You can have this buy points page. So you can sell points. So instead of this thing, if somebody wants to buy some point, so for example, if I want to buy 50 points, I'll have to pay $4. You can click on this buy points. You will be redirected to this page. You can pay through PayPal, Visa, MasterCard. You can pay through basically your credit debit card as well. So we have this option as well. Then we have the help option. We'll see how to create this facts page. You can create this facts page. We'll see how to add these questions and answers. This is not the question answer related to the website. This is just the facts page, frequently asked questions page. We have the communities option. Basically, you can create different categories. So as you can see, I've created programmers, programs, and people can follow these categories as well. Now let me explain you what happens if somebody follows. For example, if I follow this language category, now whenever a new question is posted under language category, I'll be notified through email. So this is how it works. You can even follow some user. For example, let me show you. You have this John Doe user. If I click on this thing, I can follow this user. As you can see, I have this follow button. So whenever this user posts any question or answers any question, I'll be notified. If you want, you can also private message this user. If you want to ask some question to this user, you can ask them that thing as well. So you can see all these options. You can see how many points this user has, how many questions this user has answered. All these options can be seen. And you can also verify some accounts. So here, as you can see, I have verified this account. John Doe, this account is verified. So this is your communities tab. We have one more tab. If you want, you can create different pages. You can go to groups page. If you want to add a new group, you can click on add group and you can create a group and you can have different people, in that group, just like we have the group system in Facebook. Now, if you want to see only polls, you can click on polls. So you'll see only questions that are polls. So as you can see, and it will have this thing as well. So here, as you can see, it says it is a poll, this one as well. Now let's open a single question and let's see how it looks like. So maybe let's open this question. Is PHP still relevant language in 2017? Now here, as you can see, this is a poll as well. If you want, you can answer this thing. You can submit it. You can see how many people voted it. You will see the result. Now this is the question and some people have answered it as well. Now because I'm the one who has posted this question and this question is not yet answered, so the status of this question is in process. Now if I select some of this answer, maybe I select this answer, maybe I think that this is the best answer. So I can select this answer as a best answer. And now if you refresh this question, let's see what happens. Now as you can see, the status of this question is changed to answered because this question is now answered. If you want, you can click on next. You can see another question. If you want to answer this thing, if you want to favorite this question, you can see how many people viewed this question. If you want to share it, you have all the options that are required over here. Basically all the options that a professional question and answer website must have. And as I said you earlier, I'm going to show you everything and we are going to create this complete package. So we are also going to create different blogs. So blogs, these blog posts will help you to generate some extra traffic through organic Google search results. So we'll see how to create these blog posts and get some extra traffic. We'll also see how to create different pages, like we'll see how to create the about page. We'll see how to create a contact page. So if somebody wants to contact the administrator of this website, they can simply fill in this form and they can contact you. So these options are also given over here. You can see the user profile. So every user will have their own user profile page. People can come, they can follow them, they can ask a question, they can see how many questions this particular user has posted or how many answers this particular user has answered. Now there are many more features available in this website, but I don't want to waste a lot of time over here. I just wanted to show you a quick demo of the website that we'll be creating in this video. Now I hope you guys like the demo website. Now if you like this demo website and if you want to create this website, make sure to watch the complete tutorial. And if you like this video, give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. Now let's start creating this website. Alright guys, now to create any kind of website, whether it's a question and answer forum website, an e-commerce website, a simple blog or a business website, any kind of website, we need two basic things: a domain name and a hosting account. A domain name is simply the name or the URL of your website. For example, blogdude.com, youtube.com, google.com, nayashake.com. All these things are different domain names. So we also have to register a domain name on the internet so that whenever someone wants to visit your website, they can simply type in this domain name in the browser URL bar and they can land on your website. Now the second and the most important thing is your website's hosting. Now hosting is basically a server or a computer wherein your entire website is saved. So if you see this website, all the different pages, all the different questions, this entire website is saved in a server and that server is running 24/7. So that whenever someone wants to visit your website from any particular country at any given time, they can always see your website live because your server is running 24/7. Now hosting is the most important thing about your website because everything related to your website is directly or indirectly dependent on your hosting. So your website speed, your website's performance, the user experience on your website, and even your website's ranking in Google search results is totally dependent on your hosting. So if you've selected a good and reliable hosting, your website speed and performance will be amazing. Your website will have great user experience. You'll get better ranking in Google search results and different search results. And with that, your website will also be very much secure. And obviously in contrast to that, if you select a cheap, crappy hosting, your website will load very slow. You might have seen sometimes when you go to some website and you type in the website and you press enter, and it takes a lot of time to load that page. That is because that website is using a very bad hosting, which is very slow, which is probably using an HDD server, which is very old. I'll explain you about all these things in the next step. Now there are literally thousands of different hosting providers available in the market, but unfortunately only handful of them are really good enough to consider. But you don't have to worry about that. I'll show you one thing. Just open a new tab and type in this link. Now this is one of the most reliable, fastest hostings available. Now here as you can see, there are 4 different plans. Normally hostings have 3 plans. They have created 4 different plans for different purposes. So you can see Startup, Drive, Turbo Boost and Turbo Max. Now for most of you guys, if you're doing this for the first time, I would recommend you to start with this Drive plan. Because here as you can see, you get more websites and you get 2 times more resources than the starter plan. With the starter plan you can create only one website, and with the other plans, the Drive, Turbo and Turbo Max plan, you can create unlimited websites. Now let me explain you what this unlimited websites is. So for example, if you select the starter plan, you're creating this Q&A website, this forum website. You can have this website, but you cannot create one more website. Whereas if you select Drive plan or some other plan, you can create unlimited websites. So today you can create this Q&A website. Tomorrow if you want to create some other website, maybe an e-commerce website or a blog or membership website, any kind of website, you don't have to purchase a new hosting again. You can host all your future websites in one single hosting. So very important. Now here as you can see, these guys are using SSD space. So as I was explaining you guys about slow websites basically use the HDD server to store your data, to store your website. But here at A2 Hosting, these guys are using SSD storage to store your website. And when your website is hosted on an SSD server, your website speed is around 30 to 40 times faster than the regular HDD server. So very important. With this plan, you also have free automatic backups, money back guarantee. If you hover over these key features, you can read more about all the different features available. So as I said you earlier, for most of you guys, I would recommend you to start with the Drive plan. And if you want, you can even go with Boost plan or Max plan. And obviously, needless to say, you'll get even more features, you'll get even more resources, even better speed. But what I would recommend you to do is start slow. Start with the Drive plan, and once your website grows, you can anytime upgrade to Turbo Boost or Turbo Max plan. So select this plan and click on this Get Drive button. Now you will be redirected to this page, and here if you want, you can either register a new domain name by clicking on this option, register a new domain name, or if you have already registered your domain name on some other website and if you want to use that domain name, you can use this option, use my own domain. So if you want to register a new domain, if you're doing this thing for the first time, you can select this third option, register a new domain name, and you can type in that domain name. For example, if I want to register this domain name, nayashik.com, I can type in nayashik and I can select .com from here. You have hundreds of different domain name extensions available, as you can see, .com, .net, .us, .ca, .co.uk. Hundreds of different domain names are available, .church, .city, .clinic, .click, .dentist. Hundreds of different domain name extensions are available. So whatever you want, you can select this thing, click on check availability. This will check whether this domain name is available. If it is available, you will be redirected to next step. And if you want, as I said earlier, if you have already registered your domain name on some other website, maybe on Namecheap or Google Domains or GoDaddy, you can use this option, use your own domain. Type in that domain name. Suppose I have registered this domain name on GoDaddy. I can type in that domain name, and maybe I want to use this domain with A2 Hosting. So I can select this option and click on use this domain. But for most of you guys, I know you would be doing this for the first time, register a new domain name. So I'll select this option and click on check availability. Now I can select this thing and click on continue. Now you'll be redirected to this step. First of all, by default 36 months is selected. So if you want to purchase for 36 months, you basically for 3 years. So if you go with 3 years, you can get this hosting for as low as $6 per month. Or if you want to, you can select this 12 months plan. Okay, so all these options are given to you. Obviously, if you select 26 months or basically 2 or 3 years, you will get even more discount. For example, here as you can see, for the next year, if you go with 2 years, you just have to pay only $70 extra. And if you go with 3 years, just $20-$30 extra, you can go with 3 years. So obviously it all depends on you. If you want to go with 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, you can select this option. Now scroll down and select this server location. Now if you're from Asia or India, anywhere from Asia or India, you can select Singapore. If you're from Europe, you can select Amsterdam. If you're from US, for East Coast, you can select Michigan. For West Coast, you can select Arizona. So based on your location, you can select this thing. I'm selecting Singapore because I'm from India. Now all these things, just leave it as it is and click on continue. Now you'll see this step here. By default, this one will be selected for you. I would recommend you to untick this thing because this will cost you $10 a year. I don't want to select this thing. I would recommend you to tick mark these two things, email forwarding and DNS management, because this is free. As you can see, free. So we want to tick mark these two things and click on continue. Now you'll see the review page. Here you can review this thing, the server location that you have selected, all these things. Now we can finally click on checkout. Once you click on checkout, you will be redirected to obviously your checkout page. Here you can enter your basic details like your first name, last name, email address, phone number. Then you can enter your billing address. So basically your address. If you have GST VAT number, you can enter that thing as well. Then you can choose a password for your account. Now make sure to remember this password, and in fact make sure to remember this email address and this password, because this email address that you'll enter over here and this password that you'll set over here, these things will become your login credentials. So in future, whenever you want to log into your A2 hosting cPanel, you will have to enter this email address and password. So whatever you enter over here, make sure to remember that. And finally, scroll down, come over here and you can make the payment. So you can make payment through credit card, debit card, your ATM card. You can make payment through PayPal, through Skrill, through bank transfer. Most of the times you should be selecting PayPal, Skrill, or this card, ATM card or credit debit card. Now you should note one thing over here, that only these types of cards are accepted over here: Visa, MasterCard, UnionPay, all these types that are given over here. Now most of the people in India have the RuPay card. Now RuPay is a domestic card which is not accepted anywhere outside India. So if you're from India and if you have a RuPay card, I would highly recommend you to upgrade your card to a Visa or a MasterCard. And once you have that thing, you can enter those details and tick mark this thing, click on complete order. Now once you click on that complete order button, now you have to come to this website, my.a2hosting.com. Here you will see this button, secure client login. Click on this button. Now enter the email address and password that you have selected in your previous step and click on login. Now once you log in, you will see this page. Now first of all, let me show you for those guys who have registered their domain name outside A2 hosting. So if you have registered your domain name outside A2 hosting and if you want to use that domain, let me show you how you can connect that domain with A2 hosting. So go to your domain name registrar. So if you have registered your domain name with GoDaddy, you can go to godaddy.com, log into your account. Now whether you're using GoDaddy or Namecheap or Google Domain or any other domain name registrar, the steps are all same. You just have to change your domain name's name servers. Basically, you have to change your DNS, domain name server. So let me show you how you can do that. So first of all, select that domain name. For example, you have this domain name fahm.in. I want to use this domain, so I can select this thing, click on DNS, and all the domain name registrar will have this option, DNS option. Now click on change and delete these two name servers from here. Come to your account, click on account details. Now here as you can see, we have our name servers. Normally hostings give 2 name servers, but here we are getting 4 name servers. So we'll copy name server number 1, name server number 2, add 3 and 4, copy name server number 3 and name server number 4. Now because we have 4 different name servers, first just save this thing. Once you click on save, it can take up to 24 hours to link this domain with your hosting. And because we have 4 different name servers, A2 hosting has the best uptime in the market. So your website will hardly be down. So most of the times what happens is, if you've selected a hosting, whenever there is anything going on with that hosting, your website will be down for 2 hours, for 5 hours, sometimes even for 24 hours. But here they give you 99.9% uptime. So basically your website will always be up. Now once you select this option, now you have to go ahead and come back to your client area. So click on client area, and from here you have to log into your cPanel. So click on this green button, cPanel login. A new tab will be open for you and you will see your cPanel, which would look something like this. Now the very first thing that you should see over here at the left hand side, primary domain name, and it will have your primary domain name, whatever domain name you have registered. So I have registered nayashik.com, and here it should say DV certificate, and you should have this logpad, which means that SSL is installed on your domain name. If you don't see this thing, you can click on this search bar, search for SSL, and you'll see this SSL TLS status. Click on this option If you don't see that thing, you can just click on run auto SSL. It will automatically run auto SSL and it will install SSL certificate on your domain name. If you have any problem, you can always come back to your client area and raise a new ticket and they will help you out. So you can click on open ticket. If you have any problem related to your website, related to your hosting, you can always raise a new ticket and they are very quick to answer. So within few minutes or within half an hour or 1 hour, your query will be cleared. So your question will be answered. So come back to this option. Now once we have SSL installed on our domain name, now we can go ahead and install WordPress on that domain. So for that, again, click on this search bar, search for Softaculous App Installer. Select this option, Softaculous Apps Installer. Now there are hundreds of different apps given over here. We have WordPress as well. I would recommend you to install the regular WordPress, not this one. Now with this, they will give you some more plugins and all. We don't require those plugins. We just want to install the plain version of WordPress. So click on blogs from the left hand side, or if you want, you can do one thing, click on search at the left hand side and search for WordPress. You will see the regular WordPress, click on that. Now click on install now and choose your domain name. So for this example, I want to choose dicey2.naishik.com, this domain name. And after that, also choose your protocol. Two options are given to you, basically HTTP and HTTPS. Make sure you select HTTPS, S for secure. Then make sure this in directory box is empty. Nothing is typed in under this box. If you see anything typed in like this, delete it. Make sure your in directory box is empty. Now scroll down. Now here you will see two sections. At the left hand side, we have site settings. At the right hand side, admin account. Now at the left hand side, you can give your website some names. So maybe I want to give my website the name of Dicey. Maybe this is my website's name, or this is my brand's name, or this is, if it is a personal website, maybe this is my name. And you can describe your website. So I'll just type in Q&A website. Obviously you have to be more creative and type in even better thing. Now you can set some username and password for your WordPress account. By default, they will give you some username and password. If you want, you can use it. Or if you want, you can change it. I want to change this thing. I want to type in something that I could remember. So I'll type in this username and I'll change the password as well. Then also make sure to change this email and type in your own personal email address. Now these username and password are also very important. Make sure to remember this username and password. This will be your WordPress dashboard username and password. So in the next step, we'll see how we can go to dashboard. So whenever you go to dashboard, you'll be asked to log in and you have to enter this username and password to log into your WordPress dashboard, which we'll see in the next step. Now scroll down at the bottom and you can simply click on install. Now WordPress has started installing on your domain name. It is a very small process, hardly takes 10-12 seconds, as you can see, already done. Now once WordPress is installed on your domain name, you'll get two links. If you click on the first link, it will be just your website link. So this is how your website is looking right now. If you open the second link, this is your dashboard link. Now this link or this page, this dashboard page, is the most important page of your website. That is because you will be controlling your entire website from this page. So if you want to change your website design, if you want to manage payments, add a question, manage questions, manage answers, create pages, create posts, all those things will be done from here, from your dashboard page. And whenever you want to log into your dashboard page, you'll have to enter your website name. After that, put in /wp-admin. You'll land on this page. Or if you're logged out, you'll be asked username and password. You have to type in the username and password that we have seen in the previous step. Now whenever we install WordPress on a new domain name, there are a few basic settings that we must do, and there are a few basic things that we must understand. Let's see them. Now first of all, this is your dashboard. You will see few widgets over here. These are not really important ones. So we can do one thing. We can go ahead, click on screen options and untick all these widgets from here, just to make sure that our dashboard is nice and clean. Now at the left hand side, we have few options. First option, if you see after dashboard, is your post option. Under post, one blog post is already created, hello world. Now this is just a dummy blog post. Later on in this video, we'll delete this thing and we'll create our own custom blog post. So this page will be used, this option will be used to create different blog posts. Then we have the media option. Now whenever there is any media used on your website, for example, you will see this image or this avatar image, or whenever there is media file, video, images used on your website, all those will be stored over here. You can manage them from here. Then we have the pages option, which obviously will be used to create different pages, your home page, your accounts page, all the different pages. Then we have the comments option. So whenever someone posts any comment on your website, you'll see all those comments over here. You can approve them, unapprove them, you can delete them, mark them spam, whatever you want, you can do that. Then we have the appearance option, which is a very important option. Now here as you can see, 3 different themes are already installed for you. One is activated, this one, 2021 theme, this theme is activated for you. Now if you see your website right now, this is how your website is looking, and this design of your website is because of this theme, 2021 theme. If we just go ahead and activate some other theme, maybe let's activate this 2019 theme. Click on activate, come back over here, refresh this page. Now as you can see, your website design is completely changed. So just by activating some other theme, you can completely change your website design and appearance. So this is basically what a theme does. A theme changes your website's appearance and design. Now you must always have only one theme installed and activated. So all these extra themes, we can click on that and we can delete it. Okay, just click on that and delete this theme as well. Now we are not going to use this 2019 theme. This is a very bad theme. Later on in this video, we'll see how to use another theme and that will give you this amazing design. Now come back. Next option is your plugins option. Click on that. Now a few plugins will be given to you. You can just go ahead and delete those plugins as well. Now we have seen theme. Theme is basically the design. What is a plugin? Now plugin is kind of a software or an add-on that will add some extra features and functionalities to your WordPress website. So right now our website does not have any feature related to this, question answer website. Nobody can post a new question. Nobody can have these badges, and also all these features will be added using different plugins. So later on in this video, we'll see how to install those plugins and how to integrate them with our website. Then click on this settings option from the left hand side. Now, if you have not already changed your website name and description, or if you want to update your website name and description, you can do it from here. Then make sure your admin email address is proper. Make sure you have personal email address given over here. Also tick mark this thing, anyone can register, so that people can come, they can register on your website, they can create an account on your website. Very important. Then you can change the time zone based on your country. Now because I'm from India, I'll select this time zone, and after that we'll click on save changes. Now under settings, click on permalinks. You will see by default day and name is selected. I would recommend you to select this one. Post name. This is the most SEO friendly permalink structure. So select this post name, permalink structure, and click on save changes. Now again come back to your dashboard. And with this we have completed all the basic settings related to our WordPress website. Alright guys, now let's start creating this website. Now first of all, what we'll do is we'll install a new theme, because right now if you see your website is looking really bad, we don't have a good design on our website. So first we want a theme. That theme will change the style and appearance of your website. In fact, with that theme, we'll also get all the required plugins. So basically, that is the only thing that we need. Once you have that thing, everything will work properly. Now to download that theme, you have to open a new tab again and type in this link. You should be redirected to this page. Now this is one of the best themes available. In fact, this is one of those very few themes that has the perfect 5-star rating. Now there are many themes on WordPress on this theme forest platform that are like 4.7, 4.9, but there are very few themes that are perfect 5-star rating. This is one of those. So this is the theme that we need. So you have to purchase this theme, but you don't have to worry about the pricing. You'll have to pay $59, but this is a one-time payment, which is really great. So you just purchase this theme once and you don't have to purchase it again. You don't have to update it again. You can use this theme on your website for lifetime. And not only that, you'll also keep on getting future updates. So whenever this theme is updated in future, you will also keep on getting those updates for free as well. And with that, you also get 6 months of support. So once you purchase this theme, if you have any problem with this theme, if you're not able to do anything, you can always come over here, click on comments. You can either comment or you can go to support and raise a new ticket. These guys will help you out. So click on add to cart and purchase this theme. Now once you have purchased this theme, you will see this thing at the top right corner, your username, hover over username and click on downloads. Now here you will see all the different themes and plugins that you have purchased. You have to select this one, Dicey, and click on this download button besides this Dicey theme and select the second option, not the first one, the second option, installable WordPress file only. Click on that button and you will see a new file will start downloading for you. Once this file is downloaded, you can come back to your dashboard, click on appearance, click on add new. Now click on upload theme, which is over here, this button at top, and now choose this file. So I'll simply select this file, drag and drop it over here and click on install. Now you can click on choose, select that file and click on install now. Now once this theme is installed, we need to activate this theme. So click on this activate link, and once it is activated, you will have to register it. So click on register now. It will automatically register this theme. Here as you can see, it will connect with Envato. Basically make sure you have logged into this thing. So if you're logged into Theme Forest, it will automatically connect this thing with Theme Forest and your license will be activated. Now you can cancel these notices, come back to your dashboard. Now this will ask you to install 2 plugins. Click on begin installing plugins. Let's tick mark both these plugins and under bulk action select install and click on apply. So both these plugins will be installed for you. Once it is done, you will have to click on this link at the bottom, return to required plugin installer. And now it's time to activate these plugins. So tick mark both these plugins. Under bulk action, click on activate and click on apply. Now these 2 are the only plugins that we need. So this is going to be a very nice, very light website. If you again come back to your website, refresh it. Now as you can see, it has already started looking like the demo website. Now I would recommend you to do one thing, go to appearance and delete this 2019 theme as well. Alright, like this. And make sure you have only Dicey installed and activated. Now the very first thing that I want to do is I want to start with the home page. So let me come back to the home page in this demo website. So first let's create our home page. So let's start with the home page. So to create a new page, you have to click on pages from the left hand side. And you will have to click on add new to add a new page. Let's give it a title of home because this is going to be our home page. Now under template, which is over here at the right hand side, if you don't see this thing, click on this. It will be expanded. Under template, make sure you have selected home. Select this home and publish this page. If you open this in a new tab, we have to set this page as well. Here as you can see, once you open this in a new tab, here it says your website name /home. And if you click on Dicey, you are redirected to some other page. So we have to set this page as our home page. For that, we have to come back to dashboard. Hover over settings, click on reading. Select this option. Your home page right now displays your latest post. We want to display a static page. So select this one. Under home page, select home that we have just created and click on save changes. Now again, if you come back to this website and click on Dicey, and now as you can see, this is your home page. Few things are already present over here. This question box is already present, although it is not working. As you can see, once I click on this thing, it is not working for now. If I click on over here, this is working. So we'll have to fix that thing. And we have these options given over here. Feed, recent question, most answered. I have to realign them. Okay, so let's see how that is done. Come back to pages. Edit your home page, which is this. Click on edit. Now because we have selected this template home, you will see home settings over here at bottom. Home settings. Click on that. First of all, make sure this option is selected. Show ask question box. Now this box that you see, this is the ask question box. So make sure you have selected show. Now if you want to show these tabs at the left menu, if you see these tabs, most answered, bump question, answered, these tabs, if you want to show them at the left hand side, we can tick mark this thing. I would not recommend you to do that thing because we are going to create another, option for left hand side. So leave it as it is. Now choose the categories that you want to show. We want to show all categories. Okay. And I don't want this feed tab over here. So if you see over here, we have feed, we have recent questions, most answered, answer, no answers. I don't want feed. I want recent questions, questions for you. So this website will automatically work and see what all question this visitor is interested in, and it will show those questions to this user. Most answered, most voted, all these options. Okay. So if you want to tick mark few more, if you want to show few more options, you can tick mark them. You can also realign them if you want. If you want to bring this thing, you can realign them, bring it wherever you want. Okay. Now we have this option display by last. So the last question, basically the latest question will be displayed at top, which is good. And under pagination, if you see in this website, we are not using pagination. When you scroll down, you have this load more question. Instead of pagination is page 1, page 2, page 3. Okay, if you go to page 1, page 2, that is the thing. Here we have the load more thing. So what I'll do is I'll also select load more under pagination style. Items per page, I want to display 10 questions and descending latest question, last question first. Don't do any changes under slug. Let it be as it is. And for now, just update this page. Again, come back to this page, refresh it. A lot will be changed. As you can see, we have recent question. But here it says no question found because we have not posted any question. Now let's try to post a question. Let's see whether this is working or not. So if you click on what's your question, this is not working. So to make this thing work, we can do one thing. You will see this Dicey settings at top, this one. Right click this, open link in a new tab. So open this option in a new tab. And over here we need to click on general settings, and here we need to select this option, activate the ask question button at this side. Make sure this thing is on. Go ahead at the bottom, click on save options. Again, if you come back to this website, refresh it. Now let's try it again. If I click on this thing, now as you can see, this is working. Now let's try to post a new question. Let's see whether this is working or not. So let me actually do one thing. Copy some question from here. Maybe let's copy this one. So I'll copy this question. This is the title of this question. Okay, so I'll come over here, paste in the question title over here. Now we have to select a category. Now we have not yet created any categories. So again, we need to come back to dashboard, and we need to create few categories. So you'll see under questions at the left hand side, you have questions. Under that, if you hover over that, we have add new question, we have answers, best answers, and we also have this questions categories. Click on that question categories. Now you can create different categories. So if you see in this website, if I click on ask a question, here we have analytics, communication, language, all these options. So let's add few questions. So maybe people, if they want to ask question related to politics, they can select this politics category. So select this option, select this category. You can also have some more option if you want a different option, or if you want a different image for that background. For example, if I come back over here again, let me open this language category. If I click on language category, this will open this language category page. So all the category page will look like this. So if I click on language, now I'll see all the question posted under language category. So categories have different page. So for these pages, you can have a banner image, you can have an icon like this. And if you want to have those things, you can paste in that thing over here. So as you can see, choose a custom setting for the cover. If you want, you can upload some cover image. Now open a new tab and paste in this link. You will be redirected to my website blogdude.com. Now scroll down. Okay, and if you see at the bottom, you will see download free images. You need to click on this download button. A new zip file will be downloaded for you. You need to right click on that zip file, click on extract files. That file will be unzipped or extracted. You will see the media folder, and here you will see few images given to you for demo purposes. Now if I want to use this image, I can come over here, upload that image. All right, let me upload all the images. Okay, open it. So maybe for this, I want to use this image as my banner image. So I'll select this thing, click on select. You can also have a different category icon. By default, as you can see, this book icon is selected. If you want some other icon, you can select that. Then you can change the category color. You can make this category private category. You can make it special category. Okay, all these options. You can also have a custom logo. So whenever someone goes to this category page, they will see a different logo instead of this logo. So you have this option as well. And you can change the style. For example, for the style of this page is this. At top we have the banner, left hand side we have this sidebar, right hand side also we have sidebar, and we have the content in the middle. Now this is the default style. If you want, as you can see, this is the default style, left, right and center. If you want only right column, you can select this one. If you want only left column, you can select this one. If you don't want a sidebar, if you just want the content, you can select this option. So all these options are given to you. You can change the skin color. Okay, so instead of this color, you can change, instead of this blue color skin, you can change some other color. So all these links, all these color will become that color. If you select red, everything will become that red or that orange color, whatever you select. Now if you want to post, or if you want to show different Google ads over here, you can select this option, advertising after header 1. So if you want to display Google ads after header 1, this is your header. You can select that option. You can select this option, display code. Enter your Google AdSense code. If you want to display ad at the left hand side after left menu, you can display there. You can display ad after content. You can display, all these options are given to you. Now once you select these options, you can click on add new category. A new category will be selected, politics. Let's add another category, religion. Maybe if somebody wants to ask a question related to religion. Okay, maybe let me do one thing. Let me refresh this page. All right. Now once you add religion, you can now again go ahead at the bottom and click on add new category. A new category is added. Let's add science as a new category. So similarly, you can go ahead and create hundreds of different categories. Now once you do that thing again, if I come back, let me cut this thing actually. Let me cut all these things. Again, if I come back to this website, refresh it. Let's try it again. If I click on this thing, now as you can see under categories, we have these options. So again, this is my question. Maybe I'll copy this question. This is my title. copy the title. Then after that, we'll select some category. Maybe this is related to science category, so I'll select science. You can also add some tags. So maybe I'm asking about gravity in this question, so I'll add gravity as a tag. So once you click on gravity, press enter. As you can see, this tag is added. Maybe science could be another tag. Okay, if you want to create it a poll, you can have this thing, and you can give some options like this is answer 1, this is answer 2. Okay, you can add more answers, more options if you want. Okay, you can have a featured image, you can type in details. So these are all the details. As you can see, some dummy text basically. Okay, I'll paste it over here. You can make it bolder, italic, all these options are given. You can ask anonymously, you can add a video to describe the problem. You can make this question a private question. Make sure to always tick mark this thing, terms and conditions. We agree to terms and conditions, and click on publish your question. And this is how easily a person can post their question. As you can see, this question is posted. If I come back to the home page, this is the question. This is how the design will look like. Now people can upvote it, downvote it. If somebody wants to answer, they can answer it. If I want to open this thing, this is how it will look like. Alright, so this is how it is working. Now let's again come back to the home page. We have seen all the settings till here, till slug. Now if you want custom settings for these options, so custom settings for question and custom settings for answer, you can enable this option as well. Not recommended, but if you want, you can have it. So if you on this thing, custom settings for question. So choose a style for question. So we are displaying one column. Okay, if you select 2 columns, it will work with sidebar and all. So by default it is 1 column, so I want to keep it at 1 column. Now whether you want to activate the author image. Okay, this image, as you can see, this is the author image. If you make it off, this image will disappear, only the text will be shown. Okay, not recommended again. Whether you want to activate vote in loop, so people can vote in loop. This is the loop basically, wherein all the questions are shown one by one. Then we have some more options. If you want to select on to hide the dislike button, so if you want to hide this dislike button, you can make it on. If you want to show poll in the question loop, now this is loop, as I said earlier. Loop is something. If I go to category, this is loop. It is displaying all the different categories. Now this is not displaying the poll. If I click on this thing, I'll have to click on this thing to display this poll or to see this poll. So if you want to show this poll on this page, on the loop, you can make it on. I'll show you what happens after that. Maybe let me for now just select update, come over here, refresh this page. Now as you can see, poll is displayed in the loop, dislike button is gone. Okay, so both these options are working. I don't want poll, I just wanted to show you how it is working. Now we also want the read more button. Okay, so that people can click on read more.